In this video, we're going to talk about the definition of logarithm. Let a and c be positive numbers with a not equal to 1. Then log base a of c equals m means a to the m power is equal to c. Okay, so this notation over here means a to the m power is equal to c. Now sometimes the c here, this will be in parentheses and sometimes it won't be. But what we say is log base a of c equals m, and that means a to the m equals c. So let's do an example. What is log base 2 of 8? Okay, what is that equal to? So the question is really 2 to the what power is equal to 8? Well, isn't it 2 to the third power? 2 to the third power equals 8, right? So 2 to the third is 8. That's the reason why our answer is 3. Okay, now what about log base 3 of 9? What is that equal to? Well, 3 to the what power equals 9? 3 squared is 9. Okay, 3 to the second power equals 9. So because 3 to the second power is equal to 9. Okay, log base 2 of 32. Well, the question is 2 to the what power equals 32? Well, 2 to the 1 is just 2. 2 squared is 4. 2 cubed is 8. 2 to the fourth is 16. 2 to the fifth power, though, is equal to 32. Okay, so our answer is 5 because 2 to the fifth is 32. Now, log base 15 of 1. Well, 15 to the 0 power is equal to 1. Isn't that true? Right? Because 15 to the 0 power is equal to 1. Anything to the 0 power will equal 1. So log base anything of 1 is going to end up being 0. Okay, part D, log base 13 of 13, what is that equal to? Well, 13 to the 1 power is equal to 13. Okay, so the answer is 1. All right, now part E, we have log base 49 of 7. Now, if this were log base 7 of 49, the answer would be 2. But we're talking about log base 49 of 7, so 49 to the what power equals 7? Isn't it 1/2? Isn't that what the answer is? 49 to the 1/2 power? Isn't that the same thing as the square root of 49, which is just 7? Okay, so isn't 1/2 the answer? Okay, now log base 10 of 1,000, what's that equal to? Well, the answer is 3, because 10 to the third is equal to 1,000. Okay, let me put all the answers in boxes here. Okay, the next one, log base 5 of 1 over 125. What is that? Well, 5 cubed, I know, is 125, but what would give you 1 over 125? Well, wouldn't 5 to the negative third power be 125, right? So because 5 to the negative third power, isn't that the same thing as 1 over 5 to the positive third? Okay, that's how you deal with negative exponents. 5 to the negative third is like 1 over 5 to the positive third, or 1 over 125. Okay, now I have another video about exponents. If you want to go review the properties of exponents, that might be helpful. Okay, now the last one, log base 5 of 73. Well, 5 to the what equals 73? Well, 5 squared would be 25, but 5 cubed would be too big. It'd be 125. So what is the answer here? Okay, it's going to be some decimal that's between 2 and 3, but how do we figure out what this is? Well, we don't have a way of doing this in our head right now. Later we'll talk about how you can do this using a calculator, although you have to be a little careful. We don't have a log base 5 button on our calculator, so how do we do that? We'll talk about that when we get to the change of base formula, okay, the change of base theorem. All right, a couple notes here. Logarithms with base e are special logarithms. They're called natural logarithms. Okay, logarithms with base e. Okay, and instead of writing log base e of c equals m, we just write ln. Okay, natural log of c equals m. So it's kind of like there's this invisible e down here, and this means e to the m equals c. Okay, and logarithms with base 10 are also important. They're called common logarithms. And for common logarithms, instead of writing log base 10 of c equals m, we usually just write log of c equals m. So that there's kind of an invisible 10 there. So this means 10 to the m equals c. So if you see a logarithm written as log without a base, the base is assumed to be 10. In fact, up here, I wrote log base 10 of 1,000. I could have just as easily written log of 1,000 is equal to 3. Okay, because normally we don't write the 10 there if the base is 10. Okay, and in fact, what is log of 100? Well, that would be 2, because 10 to the second power is equal to 100. In fact, the nice thing about log base 10 and natural log is that our calculators have those buttons. Okay, your calculator probably has a button that says ln and one that says log. So if you have a graphing calculator, that's definitely the case. In fact, I think any type of scientific calculator would have these two buttons. And in fact, you could even type in log of 100 into that calculator and your answer would end up being 2. So those are two important logarithms, especially when we're trying to figure out problems where the answer ends up being some crazy decimal.